Hi, hello everybody. Adrian Nelson here, and this is a general twin flame love reading for Aquarius. So, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Ascending. Maybe you're a cross watcher. Maybe your emotions is in Aquarius. My moon's in Aquarius, so my emotions is in Aquarius. Whatever brings you here, welcome. Welcome to my channel. Sorry. And let's see what we got for you. So for those of you that are not familiar with twin flame love, just very quickly, because there's a lot of information about this on the internet and YouTube and those places already, but it's really, it's that beautiful sort of love that we are all looking for, it's that beautiful space that we are looking for. So we're going to see where you are in relation with that. Do remember that this reading is general. If you do get anything that resonates with you, take a nice deep breath, claim it for yourself without a doubt. And for those of you that would like to help my channel to grow, I would really appreciate just a like. You like it, my channel grows, I appreciate that. All right. If you would like to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, it's fantastic, because then you know when your weekly readings are coming out. Okay, let's see. Aquarius. There is a very small chance that there might be some drilling that picks up here from somewhere at the back, and if it does, I want to apologize for that in advance, but I want to do your reading now. I've got to get it out because I've got a regression hypnosis session tomorrow, and I always make a point of resting really well before a session, and I don't want to miss your reading, because then you have to wait until Sunday. All right, so Aquarius, into me I see. Seems like some of you are very much on your own trip there. It's like Aquarius, it's like you're seeing your own value and your own worth. And for some of you, when you look in the mirror, you might be a little bit blown away, and it by what you see, when you realize how much you've grown and how much you've changed. For some of you, now this might not be for all of you, but for some of you, there was a lot of that energy, say like earlier this year. For some of you, it might have even started last year, 2020, around about October, but there was that energy of maybe dealing with someone, dealing with an ex, dealing with a different person, dealing with someone that's just not getting it. They were trying all their sort of like shenanigans and tricks and sort of things on you. So for some of you, it could have been a very, very challenging period, but I see that you're out of that now. You're out of that, you're through that. And one thing that many of you might not have expected through all of that is that you've grown a lot as a direct result of a lot of the challenges that you have actually experienced. And it's almost like there's a beautiful sense of psychic sort of unlocking that could be happening here for many of you, where it's almost like you're attracting wonderful things into your life, and it's just sort of happening, but of course nothing really just happens, because what I feel has happened here for a lot of you Aquarius is that you've done the inner work, you've done the growth, you are shining up differently now, your vibration has changed, so you shine up differently. And what happens with all of that? Look at those beautiful little lotus flowers there on the ground with the stars. It sort of grounds you in the energy of the earth. And for those of you that are interested in love, maybe going to that next level, getting someone that is going to fit into your way of living and being, this is a good time for that. I see a lot of that coming about for you, because what I have, Aquarius, is for a lot of you, there is a sense of almost like connecting to that higher being, to that broader essence of who you are, and communicating directly to the universe. So this is really cool, because what's happening here at the moment is that, say maybe somebody's heading your way, and they're a little bit on a manky vibe, they don't have the best sort of intentions for you. Somehow they get sort of like rerouted in a different direction, and in that space you might kind of get here where the one for you, it's almost like, when you kind of think of like a movie, that like, and let's maybe use like the Chariots of Fire soundtrack with it, and you got the hero that kind of steps through, and like those, like sort of like, those medieval sort of movies. I actually quite like those movies, where the hero steps forth and everybody's fighting around you, but nothing can touch this person. Remember, it's not a gender specific reason, but this person is just heading towards you, like, problems deflecting and problems deflecting, low vibes, there you go, can't touch me now. So there's almost something like that happening in your energy, where it's almost like the universe your souls, your guides, your guardians, your angels, they are taking care of things for you. But remember that that is because of the energy that you are portraying, because the alignment that we are at determines the level to which the universe is able to support us. The universe can support us in infinite ways, but it is to the level that our vibration allows, and your vibration is on fire. Love it. Okay, now let's do your tarot. And it's also even spreading out more. There's a lot of you may have the experience, Aquarius, where, and this is also what this energy brings, you may have the experience where there's really amazing things coming into your life, maybe beautiful pieces of artwork, maybe a doll or model car or plane or whatever, that you've seen as a child. Maybe you wish you had maybe like a little puppy or something like that, whatever it really is, there's an essence of drawing a lot of beauty to you in your life. So you're not only drawing love, you're drawing a lot of beauty, because remember, when you vibrate at the level of love, which is the truth of who you are vibrating at your peak, basically, at your ultimate. And that automatically brings love into your life because you are a vibrational match for it. All right. And I mean, be happy about it, celebrate about it, because I know, from my weekly readings, that for a lot of you, things have not been easy, things have not been nice, So now that they are turning nice, if not, why not? Somebody's coming in here to show you true love, what true love really is all about. Because I feel that for some of you, there is actually that essence where if somebody speaks to you about true love, you'll be like, I have to be honest, I don't know if I ever truly experienced it. Oh my goodness, look at your overall energy. You've got the Magician. Okay, this could be you either, hey Sam, thank you for the smiles. This could be you maybe dealing with an Aries, but it could also just be a very expressive energy. It doesn't have to be an Aries. Maybe you've got Aries in your chart, but this is also about that inner light of you shining through. All right, something that I'd actually like to maybe bring to your attention, Aquarius, is that be kind of mindful always with zodiac signs, I mean, even with myself, I'm a Cancerian. I get along really well with Aquarius. I've got amazing Aquarius in my life. My best friend is an Aquarius, but it's because I've got an Aquarius moon. But if you look at the charts a lot, they'll say that Aquarius and Cancer doesn't really get along. So please remember that your zodiac energy is just your sun sign. It's a part of who you are. It's not all of who you are, okay? It's only about 20% of who you are. There's a link in the description if you want to have a look at it, for that you can sort of tap in. It's free, and you get to see your own sort of natal chart. It will show you quite a lot about you. It's really fantastic. But this is you calling forth, or as I said, calling in, calling forth, but basically creating from your energy the beauty of love that you would like to experience. That beautiful sort of flow of love. And I like this, Aquarius, because this is not just manifesting love. This is manifesting like a partner that really fits in with your lifestyle, that complements your lifestyle. That's really good. That's really good. We're going to definitely clarify that. Then in your recent past, we've got the 8 of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. So some of you may have met the one, some of you may have met your perfect person, your counter person, but maybe, you weren't ready at the time, they weren't ready at the time, maybe both of you needed some space. Because there is a sense here, especially with this Queen of Wands, next to this 8 of Wands, there is a sense here of having met someone. And it's almost like one of those experiences where, now obviously this doesn't really exist, but this is almost like one of those experiences where it felt like the right person at the wrong time. All right, there was some release that you needed to do or that you were busy with at the time. It's almost like you were changing your way of thinking at this time. And even though the meeting itself might have been incredible, it's almost like you didn't have the mental capacity to deal with that sort of connection at the time. And that's what sometimes happens with twin flames, I think, what is the word? I can't remember. I think they call it a twin runner. But it's just basically when we get the connection, sometimes the connection itself can be so overwhelming, so overpowering that one person just goes like, oh my goodness, I'm out of here. It's like it is a lot. The twin flame journey, and when we meet our counterparts, it is a lot. But a lot of times, what happens with a twin flame is at the time in your life when you're probably at your lowest and you feel really challenged and things like that, they may pop in just it's almost to quickly raise your vibration. So they pop into raise your vibration, but then they don't stay. So I feel that is what happened here for some of you all. But this is almost like I teach a lot of like psychic development and things like that. In actual fact, I've got an 8-week course coming up that spans across October and November, and it's an online course if any of you are interested. The information is on my Facebook page, and the link for my Facebook page is in the description. This is one of those things like when you see and you can't sort of unsee. It's like Pandora's box sort of like been opened, but in a very good sense actually. I also feel that even though that might have been like a pop-in, it doesn't feel like it was an overwhelming feeling. Instead, it set you on this magician part. Let's quickly look at what you've got in your current space. You've got the 9 of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Let's talk about that. So, there is some wounding here. There's some healing that you are overcoming over here. You might be very actively working on this at the moment. There might even be a space where maybe could be more than one person, could be 2 people, maybe 3 people, whoever you dealt with. There is a sense here that maybe you just cut things off with people, that even though you're not physically in contact with them, maybe haven't been in contact with them for a while, or you could be in the same sort of vicinity and you're not really speaking to each other. There's a space here of calling all of that to an end, tying up those loose ends. So you might be the one that's reaching out to someone to to just have that final conversation. It's almost like there's still something there. It's not love. It's not from your side. It's not from their side. It's not manipulation. But somehow there's still something there, like energy, Like remember back in the day, hold on a second, I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh, my goodness. Bless me. Sorry about that. Like back in the day, or no, I don't know. I mean, I'm 39. I don't quite know how teenagers do things these days anymore. But and when I was like in my younger 20s, but people would be like, "Come get your stuff. Come get your CDs and your, whatever your USB cords." I don't think we got USB cords back then, but you get my vibe. There's a sense here that it's almost like things are over. But somehow there's still a lingering there that is not 100% over, and you are tying that knot because I feel that you and the other person is ready for that. And because you are doing that, now I know that a lot of times we don't want to hear this, Aquarius, everybody, but here's the thing. Holding up this connection was still some things that I wouldn't even say we're holding on to of the other person. Remember, objects have, they carry energy, and sometimes when let's say this pen belonged to me and you give it to a psychic and they feel it and they go like, that's interesting, I see a tarot reader, that sort of vibe. I'm just being dramatic, but there is that sense of, maybe there was some physical things though that sort of, I don't know, still carried an energy. It could even be that you maybe still had a person's number and you might send them a message and let them know that, what, I'm ready to move from this, and I'm just letting you know, with love and light and everything, removing your number, that sort of thing. There's a clearing out of energy that's taking place. Okay. Which brings you to this, which is in the middle of your reading, Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is about what you give out coming back to you. It's about returned love. And also in the recent past there, it is laying, thank you. There in the recent past, it is laying, so this is the recent past, the Queen of Wands. And remember, Wands is about you. Wands is about your inner world. Wands is about your emotions. When you kind of think of like the whole outer world that we have, think of Wands as your inner world. That's basically Wands. And your inner world is like vastly bigger than the outside world. So whatever happens on the inside is what's going to start reflecting out on the outside. So this is you giving out love, but there was that beautiful self-love focus there in the recent past. And then when we obviously have that self-love focus, we give it out. And as we give it out, that is how it's also returned to us, because what we give out in life is what also comes back to us. All right. If you're interested in learning the tarot, there's a link for it in the description. I've got an online course for that. I like this, and you know, this is that space. So this release that you're doing over here, this was what was blocking things for you. So this is what happens, and this is what's incredible. When we remove the obstacles, look at this. Boom shakalaka boom boom. Page of Cups, Page of Wands. There's a sense of freedom in the soul. So for some of you, you know, there's definite improvement in your life over the last couple of months, actually. Beautiful improvement. There was that focus on the self, there was that inner healing, there was that introspection, there was that looking, giving yourself a very honest look. And I must tell you, I think it's the bravest thing in the world to do, because it's not easy. The benefits are great, but it's not easy to do it. Because it means that you have to take full responsibility for your energy, and you can't blame anybody else anymore. And you know, sometimes it's just easier to blame others. It doesn't really benefit us, but it's easier, you know. But this love that comes around now, Aquarius, I get this about you. I'm going to speak about this now with this page of the Page of Wands. So as I said, my best friend is an Aquarius, and I'm an Aquarius moon, and sometimes it comes out quite strongly. But you know, Aquarius, you're one of those people that you will compromise, but there's certain things that you prefer in certain ways. And sorry, this connection that's coming about, they're a little bit of a free soul, basically. They match you quite easily. A little bit of a, I would say, a nomadic drifter, but not not a person that sort of like disappears and comes back. You know, there's a sense of freedom here. So this connection actually makes your life better. You get a sense of freedom, a sense that you're able to express yourself, that you don't have to micromanage yourself in what you say and what you do. For some of you, you may actually not realize how sort of like contained some of you might be feeling. And this actually allows you to kind of open yourself and just feel the wind blowing, that sort of thing, you know. And then it gets better. This is so good. I'm so excited about this. It gets better. So in your energy that's coming towards you, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, something that I love to do is looking at patterns, obviously, because that's what tarot is about. It's like a language. So you look at what you have, but you also look at what's not here. So you've got Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, and Queen of Pentacles, which means we don't have Queen of Swords. All right? But when we look at Queen of Pentacles, Pentacles is also sort of like that outer manifestation that we have, but this is more the things like money and the things that money can buy, you know, like when we manifest and we make vision boards, those are normally the things that we put on the vision boards, the physical things, but you only get those things when your mindset can be in alignment with those things. So don't worry too much about that Queen of Swords not being here, because the Queen of Pentacles is here, and the Queen of Pentacles is a direct sort of like manifestation, a consequence even, of what happens in Swords, because Swords is our thinking part of our mind. So there is a sense going forward. And I really like this, where there's growth here with finances. There's growth in the materialistic sort of plane. You know, say maybe you're renting, now you're going to owning. Maybe you at a job where you're just a casual or like part-time or something, like a seasonal worker. This is becoming permanent, or going to that next level, or starting your own business, or getting that breakthrough. There's a lot of this happening for you, and the reason why that is happening is because you let this go. Whatever you were holding on to here, even if you weren't thinking about it, remember, even if we don't think about something, it still has an impact on our energy, because there's a releasing of that in the current. So I would really, really, really strongly sort of like encourage you to do that release, to do it from a point of love, because it opens the floodgates of prosperity and abundance for you. All right. And then you go forward and you've got a couple of problems. Like there's the Two of Swords, for example. But this is good problems. This is success problems, because this is a problem of, do I go this way or that way? It's more like choice, you know. And this is something that I want you to really remember. And I'm going to share this with you very, very quickly, because I had this profound realization. quite a couple of months ago, I remember I was really, really stressed because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pay my rent. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, you know, completely over the top. And then I remembered it, like I channeled this collective consciousness, they call themselves Smile, and they were speaking to me and they said to me, but Adrian, think about this. The reason why you have this problem is because you had faith and confidence and courage in yourself, because I used to share an apartment with someone else. And even though you've got these problems, this is success problems. And this is what you're getting success problems, you know, and see it like that. And it's always good to also look back and see how far you have come, because then we see how much we've grown. And I see going forward there's a really wacky exit some of you might be dealing with over here, because it's almost like this person sees you happy, and now it doesn't have to be specifically this, but this could be a more water signy sort of energy, because that's how they operate sometimes, you know, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But where they see that you're happy, or you know, you suddenly not contact them anymore, or whatever the case may be, maybe watching you online on social media, and this is why cutting their tie is so important in your current space, because this person's coming back here and they might hit you at a little bit of a vulnerable space. It's almost like they I won't say they're stalking you, but they're monitoring you. They get you, they know when you're not good, they can feel it, they can see it, they can sense it. And so this X is actually trying to come back here and actually make some trouble for you in this new connection going forward. And I'm going to clarify that, Aquarius, but I just want to be outright and forthright with you. You're dealing with somebody that is brilliant at manipulation. Like, they should get an Oscar for it. In actual fact, Oscar and a Grammy. They're really good at it. So with your energy that you have at the moment, which you're going to clarify, the Magician, as you manifest at the moment, I would also manifest, if I were you, manifest proactively with the universe, that when those kind of energies come up with that person, that you are already proactively ready for it. Okay, now we're going to clarify that Magician, and the first card that came out was the World in reverse, the King of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. All right, some of you are feeling that you need to change your world. Some of you are also, you're quite almost excited, almost in an anxious way for growth. All right, there is a reminder, yes, you're manifesting yourself, but yes, there is a process that needs to take place, and you are being encouraged to, yes, you can put out everything that you want to have in the universe, but also know that there's a divine plan. And remember that we are interliving our experience of life with others, you know. I love what Deepak Chopra says. He says, I am connected to every brain, and every brain is connected to me. We are one expression of Source that's living this life experience together, and even though we are one, we still have the individual experience, which is all about, you know, free will and free choice and those things. So just know that even though you're creating, even if you feel there's a little bit of a buffer that's happening, the universe is hearing you. The work is taking place in energy, and the moment you're, this is where you're getting here with King of Cups. Your energy is getting to that space where you are getting in, and you'll notice this is the first king we had coming out as well. Your energy is getting to such a space where it's purely, completely balanced. All right. Because there are still some challenges there for you at the moment. Some of you might be having trouble with money, maybe time management, those sort of things. So as you are manifesting the beauty and the love and all those other things, you are also sort of manifesting getting through some of that fog, in a sense, that's holding you back. All right. Let's look at that Ten of Swords there in your recent past. What do we got, please? It's on fire! The Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Judgment card. So yeah, there was definitely that release over there in the recent past. Now, there was, for some of you, with the Knight of Pentacles, Knights are always, it's about going and doing stuff, but there's always a bit of a rebel, reckless sort of energy with Knights. Some of you may have made some financial investments here, or some financial decisions over there in the recent past, and I don't feel like everybody was 100% on board with that. They were like, well, what if this doesn't work, and look at these economic times, but you knew that it was the right choice for you, and you know what, Aquarius, it was. It was because that is how your energy began to change. Some of you might actually be considering doing that again. Let's see for you. So drawing one card for the Nine of Wands, and look at what came out, the Devil, Scorpio sort of energy there. There's a release from this energy. This is the thing with energy. There's you, there's the other person, and then there's also the energy. So you are energy and the other person is energy. And then the third party is also the energy. Now, it's very easy to sometimes blame the other person for what's happening. But when we understand that nothing in life happens to us by chance and by default, somehow you invested in that. Consciously, subconsciously, this can be, generational conditioning from your parents, from your childhood, whatever. Bottom line is, somehow you obviously have been a vibrational match for this connection, but, and this is the important part, and this is the wonderful part, you are withdrawing from that. It's like you're getting to see how you invested in that previous connection, and now you are sort of, withdrawing your connection. Love it. Investment, I love it. All right. Let's look at this Queen of Cups. Let's draw a card for that. That one went flying right away. Three of Swords. Yep. You see, your heart is healed and their heart is healed. So maybe you deal with someone that I feel that you needed to do more healing than them, Aquarius. But it doesn't mean that just because the person didn't have healing to do at the time, doesn't also mean that they were 100% ready. Maybe they still had some stuff to deal with, Let's look at that Page of Wands, that sense of freedom that's coming for you in your current space. This reading is just getting better and better and better. So you've got the Hermit, you've got the Nine of Staves, which is the Nine of Wands, and the Death card. So that Nine of Staves is that Nine of Wands, and we're still here in the current space. Okay, so you know what some of you need, really, just to reset your energy, to get your energy flowing, what it is that you need a good 12 hours sleep. That's what you need. You need a good sleep, you need a good rest. Your body needs that reset. Because here's the thing, and also with the Death card, so you're going to that new energy, because the Death card is about leaving behind, that which doesn't work for you and moving into the space of that which is. But when we do this release, and even if it's a very positive release, it can be very, very overwhelming. So if you've been doing that release, maybe, cleaning out and all those type of things, give yourself a good rest after that to give your energy time to rebalance again. Okay, now let's look at what's coming towards you. I love how this is a twin flame reading, but it fits in with everything else in your life. And that is actually what you want in a twin flame connection, because it's supposed to make your life better. And it sort of impacts and affects all areas of your life. Sometimes in life we want to have conditional love, but the real twin flame connection, it's a space of no sort of shadows, no hiding. We're going to clarify this Queen of Pentacles in your what's coming towards you, the protective energy. And with this Queen of Pentacles, you also got the Queen of Cups. So for some of you, it might be that you were in a space where you didn't, I wouldn't necessarily say that you wouldn't want love, but your plate was a little bit full, And that release in the current space is helping you to release that plate, which is why it starts to bring, again with that Queen of Cups. This is a connection that's growing from strength to strength. However, it is not without its teething problems. But if you stick this one up, see real beauty for you there. Let's look at this Two of Swords. You're dealing with a bit of a low vibe here that, again, for you, this other person, this previous person, you're dealing here with someone, it's almost like a spoiled child. I don't want you, but I don't want anybody to have you either. That sort of thing. It's you don't want to be connected with that. That's very unnecessary, hurtful pain and drama. Okay. Two of Staves, which is Two of Wands, the Hangman, and the Seven of Staves. And we're clarifying this, Two of Swords. Oh wow. So Two of Swords and Two of Wands. Yeah, this person is good. They're coming in, they sort of saying things. This person might know something about the other person, whether they've always known it or found it out. And I feel they're coming in with a little bit of a vibe here. They're coming in and sort of saying, oh, did you know this about them? Oh, were you aware of this? Oh, and you say, okay, you maybe say we've got a very open connection. We speak about everything. And they'll be like, I wonder if you know about this. And I wonder if you know about that. Okay. Sam J says that just twin flame passed away and I think about him all the time. Sending you some beautiful love, my angel. Also, with that, know that, our past loved ones, because we are energy and they are energy and everything is energy, they're actually very much with us. So you can actually speak to your past loved ones and you can ask them for a sign that you won't miss, that they are there, that they are connecting you with you, that they are supporting you. When you do that, you will actually find signs that that comes through like that for you. Sorry. Bit of a Virgo energy here as well, possibly. Could even be a Libra. But what I would say to you is, now, please understand, for those of you that know me for a while, I will never try to guide you or anything like that. Tarot is only a direction pointer. But when it comes about, and if you get some confusion, if this other person comes back, my recommendation to you would be to say to the person, okay, let's give it a bit of time, 3 months, 4 months, something like that. Let me think about it. When somebody really cares about you, they're going to let you have that, okay? Because, sorry. I don't sense that this other person is here to really support you. They're just really here to cause havoc, and it comes from a sense of spite. Okay, clarifying that 4 of Cups in energy coming towards you, Page of Cups, 5 of Stars, and the Strength card. Leo energy, beautiful. I see you choosing the other person. And it's almost like on, if you want to call it on paper or in live or those sort of things, it almost seems maybe like the previous person is a better option, almost like better the devil that you know type of thing. But I see you basically seeing straight through that person, which is amazing, which is so wonderful. All right, so let's finish off with a card for you for the Keepers from the Light Oracle deck. And, if the reading resonates with you, what I encourage you to do, Capricorn, is to place your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath, and claim only that which is positive and that which will serve your greatest good, claiming that for yourself. Okay. I appreciate you liking the video because it helps my channel to grow. And if you're not subscribed, hit that notification bell. Well, you hit subscribe first and then you hit the notification bell, but you know what I'm saying. Mercury. Open communication, and it says, get the weight off your chest. Isn't that what you were speaking about? Speak up with love and be heard. All right, just something that I quickly want to add there for this wonderful person that has just sent me a comment, Sam. What you can do is, and this is not about, it's not about letting the person go, but what you can do is to cut sort of the connection. But when I say cut the connection, what I mean, it's almost like honoring the connection that you have with the person. So almost like a gratitude ceremony, Whereas what I would maybe do, if this is possible for you, you can change this around to how it fits in your life. But something that I sometimes do, sort of like if I have more of a, like a retreat type of vibe or like a day thing, whatever. So you take little pieces of wood, you can take bigger pieces, but take some pieces of wood that you can maybe write on, and just write on there what you are grateful for with this person. Thank you for, thank you for, thank you for. Make a couple of those. And then as you say thank you for all of those things, maybe put them together in a fire, and then you light it up and you burn it. But you don't burn it to do away with those things. You burn it in a sense to almost release all that beauty that's inside of you, because sometimes pain can keep us very almost like trapped in a way, So I hope what I'm saying is making sense. But so what you do is you set fire to it and you burn it, but you burn it in a way almost like sending all this gratitude and sending all this beauty up into the universe, out into the essence of life. So it's not like you're burning it to get away from this person. You are burning it to say thank you, and you're sending all this beauty up into the ethers, basically, And as you do that, you're sending out beauty, and that is also a wonderful way to make connection with someone, because you're taking an action based on a point of love. All right. So I hope that helps, Aquarius. I wish you all the best. From my heart, namaste, love and light. I'll see you all soon.